Hi, it's Ellie. How are you doing on this fine day of Earth today? Forgiveness. Forgiveness, in my experience, is natural when we connect to awareness and love again and again. Forgiveness is for you. Loving is for you. Forgiveness does not mean that we allow people into our lives to repeat behavior. Forgiveness means that we still choose to love, that we still choose to understand. Understanding is crucial in forgiveness. Before we understand that people are doing the best that they can with the level of consciousness they have, the level of awareness, we are all, until we know that we are not our thoughts and we are not our emotions, and that we have layers and layers of beliefs that we have essentially soaked up from our childhood. Beliefs about ourselves, others, the world around us, what is good, what is bad, what should be, what should not. All the stuffs. Until we have awareness that we are actually the never-changing essence behind the thoughts, the feelings, the beliefs. Until we know this, we move from this. We move from our emotions, our pain. We bury our pain. We don't release it. We don't heal it. With the pain comes all kinds of wild stories about ourselves and others, the world around us, and they are often painful beliefs and stories and beliefs of separation, which is an illusion. Separation is causing us so much pain, this illusion of separation. Separation from love, from oneness, is causing us so much pain. So when we start to understand that people are unconsciously acting from their pain, their fear, big one. Until we know this, we take it very personally, first of all, very personally. And it's not personal, even though, you say, what do you mean it's not personal? They did this to me. Okay. But the reason they did it to you is because of their own fear, their own unconscious beliefs about themselves and others. It's from their own pain, often subconscious as well, coming to be activated in certain experiences. Then it comes to the surface. But when we do know this, we have awareness that everyone is doing the best that they can with the level of consciousness that they have, with however they have been programmed. So because of their experience growing up, someone does not grow up to be racist without being programmed, told that people of different races were below them or bad or evil or criminal. This is learned. And so it's beautiful when we connect to awareness, consciousness. And so the other piece is love, deciding to feel love, living in a world which encourage us to close our heart all the time, to protect ourselves. And being brave enough to open as love, to feel love in all directions, despite the things that are causing us to want to close our heart. Because when we do this, when we love, we just love. Again, love does not mean that we allow people into our lives. It does not mean that we love their behavior, that we support their behavior, that we enable their behavior. No. Love is an energy that we can feel. And love is an action. We can act from here. And when we open as love, when we choose to feel love again and again and again, feel the energy of love, we start to become love. And from here, with awareness and love, forgiveness, natural. Not something we have to do, not something we have to follow step 1, 2, 3. No, naturally. When we open as love again and again, open as awareness, we can love anyone, everyone, everything. I do. We can love our enemies. Because we have the awareness. We're not taking it personal. This is about them. This is about the illusion. They are lost in illusion. Someone comes to hurt you, to humiliate you, to come against you. This is them lost in their own mind patterns, own beliefs, own fears, own pain, and acting from here, and you are just the scapegoat. And so we don't take it personal. When we love, when we become love, we are free here. We are absolutely free, because imagine standing in front of someone who comes against you again and again, trying to hurt you, trying to end you, trying to destroy you. But you're a spiritual baddie, and you love in all directions. You are open as consciousness, open as love. You can stand before your enemy and love them. Think of them in your mind and love them. It doesn't mean that you forget about what they're doing. It doesn't mean you don't protect yourself. It doesn't mean that you set absolute, really serious boundaries. It just means that you love. This is not for them. It is for you. This is freedom here. To be sitting in a world with seemingly endless suffering, endless corruption and hate, injustices, and to still choose to love. When you do this, you can hold it all. With practice again and again and again, opening as love, opening as awareness, connecting to the space between the thoughts. Wisdom comes in, you come home to yourself, and you are free. Now you have connection to joy, bliss, peace, even as chaos, the winds of chaos blow around you, even as you are still aware of all the suffering. When you love like this is unconditional love, and it sets you free. Forgiveness comes from here, from awareness, understanding, compassion for the human predicament. Because it's very difficult to be a human. It is absolutely very difficult to feel all the emotions that we feel, to be, before we know that we are not thoughts, to be just lost in an endless cycle of thoughts, like pounding waves onto a rocky wall, shore wall. It's just, we forget who we are. We forget that we are one with the source. That we are one with everything. We forget that we are our own healers. We do not even know until we know how to connect with the truth of who we are. So most of us are walking around not even knowing who we truly are. We are acting out the model, the conditioning that we have been told who we are. And so I'm going to tell a beautiful story, if you care to hear it, about how I came to forgive my father and heal my father wound very early on in my spiritual journey, which had a profound effect on my life. Our mother wounds and our father wounds are our deepest wounds. They are the first people to show us what love is or isn't. And so for me, my father did not have the capacity to be a father to me. And so I grew up my whole life in pain, feeling abandoned by my father, feeling and not even aware of how deep that wound really was. My father didn't protect me. I distinctly remember this moment in my life where there was a knock at the door, and my father ran away and hid, and I was there to deal with the door. And so completely feeling unprotected as a little girl, and it had a profound effect on my life. In fact, my father, on his deathbed, he denied that I was his child. And so deep heartache with my father, deep heartache with my father. And early on, I knew in my spiritual journey that I needed to heal my childhood wounds, and then I needed to focus on my inner child work, healing the inner child before I could move on to anything else. And so I would go into deep meditations, opening as consciousness, opening as love, and the intention was to connect to my father and heal my father wound. And so one time in this meditation, I had already gone back and I was healing different memories as a child. There's a whole process, inner child work, beautiful process. And in this one meditation, I started to receive visions, and it was my father saying the same thing again and again. It was different scenes from my childhood, and these scenes were real. As I experienced them and saw them, I remembered them. And it was my father saying the same thing again and again and again and again. I came here to break the pattern. I came here to break the pattern. And I would see my father different, saying again and again and again. My father came from a home that the abuse was so horrendous that it would be a story hard to hear, hard to know, hard to feel. And during my father's generation, we didn't have endless information on a computer in front of our phone, where, infinite access to healing information and guidance. No. And neither did my mother. My father experienced incredible abuse, and he never recovered from it. And in this meditation, as I was receiving this vision, I came here to break the pattern. I came here to break the pattern. I received the download, the gnosis, that my father came here to break the pattern of abuse. And you know what? He did. He was successful in his purpose, in his mission. And I celebrated him. My heart was so open in love, and I celebrated. I called out to the universe, crown him king, celebrate my father as hero for breaking the pattern, because I may not be who I am today had I had to recover fully from what my father had experienced. And so in that one meditation, my heart blasted open. Forgiveness was profound. I felt light of source, light of consciousness flowing down. I was lit up like a Christmas tree. And I realized that my father, what a hero. He was doing the best he could. He did not have the capacity to recover given the resources that were available to him in his time, but he did what he came here to do, to break the pattern of abuse, horrific abuse. And I cannot tell you what a gift it was to experience that, to be completely free of all the pain in that moment, any pain of abandonment, any pain of him rejecting me on his deathbed, all dissolved into deep gratitude, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so there are beautiful miracles awaiting all of us who dare to choose love, even in the face of unlove, to choose to open, feel love in all directions. Make sure to direct it back to you, because we cannot forgive anyone until we forgive ourselves, until we love ourselves. And so this is the journey we are on now, to come to know who we are, the depth of who we are, the truth of who we are. To connect to awareness and love, which is all that there really truly is. Everything that exists inside of this one consciousness. And to free ourselves by choosing love, compassion, awareness. We can free ourselves from our own chains. We can connect to the inner joy that never leaves. We can connect to bliss and peace regardless of what is happening around us. Haters, no haters, world on fire, not on fire. Peace and bliss still available. Joy too, love too. And I am so grateful that I am resting here, able to love freely, free myself, forgive freely. Feels really good here. Okay, I just got done watching the Disclosure Day movie. I don't watch movies very often, and so it's just beautiful. I love to watch a movie every once in a while, and it brought me a lot of hope for empathy. The one thing I took away from that movie was that the lack of empathy that we have for humans, and also I would say the lack of willingness to be curious, to ask questions, open our mind. Is this true? Why do I think this about this person or this group or this group? So it is empathy that will set us free, that will bring harmony to this earth. And it is the lack of empathy that is destroying us all. Beautiful movie. Okay, well, I'm so happy to be here with you. If you like this video, I would love it if you would like it. I'd love it if you'd support me in the comments. I mean, support me by subscribing, okay? And speak to me in the comments. Tell me what's on your heart, what's on your mind, and what do you want to talk about? Because I will definitely connect with you soon. Thank you.